So what does it mean to touch the sun? To answer that, we need to look at the sun's structure. Unlike Earth, the sun doesn't have a solid surface. It's a giant ball of hot plasma that's held together by its own gravity. Solar material flows out from the surface, but around the sun, it's bound by the sun's gravity and magnetic field. This material forms the sun's atmosphere, the corona. Eventually, some of this hot and fast solar material escapes the pull of the sun and gushes out into space as solar wind. The boundary that marks the edge of the sun's atmosphere is known as the Alfvén critical surface. We didn't know exactly where this boundary was, but for the first time in history, a spacecraft has crossed it. Parker Solar Probe ventured into the corona, touching solar material still bound to the sun. The corona is about 300 times hotter than the photosphere, the visible surface of the sun below. Secondly, there's a constant stream of particles flowing from the sun known as the solar wind. It accelerates up to millions of miles per hour out of the corona, and we don't know how. Solar wind can disrupt our satellites and technology. To better protect them, we need to go where the solar wind starts, in the corona. So heading there has been a key goal of NASA's for a while. As Parker entered the corona, its Whisper instrument took these images. Streams of plasma surrounded the spacecraft, and Parker's other instruments detected that the magnetic conditions had changed. Outside the corona, solar wind gushes out, pushing solar material away at high speeds so that it can't return back to the sun's surface. Inside the corona, the sun's magnetic field becomes much stronger. Solar material is slower and tethered to the sun. Instead of a smooth divide, Parker found that the boundary between these two sides is wrinkly. These bumpy ridges are created from huge flows of plasma traveling out of the corona. Scientists are not sure why this happens, but as Parker gets closer, we're finding more clues. Over the next few years, Parker will keep looking for clues as it explores our sun, the only star we can study up close. The sun is also the only star known to support life. So understanding it is critical as we search for life beyond our solar system.
That will link directly into the question, are we alone in this universe? And that is one of the biggest questions for humanity to answer.